Hello and good evening everybody, and welcome to the Witching Hour with me, Kat.
Lisa.
And have you seen who's over there? Did you catch a glimpse? Trouble with a capital T. It's Mr Dorn.
And that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool!
You see what I mean? Trouble with Mr Dorn. So how's everybody tonight? I hope you're all fit and well and raring to go.
I'm full of wind.
I hate to say it, but I'm full of wind now.
I know, I heard you. Just tell everybody your bottom's gone to sleep. I'm sure I heard it snoring.
I'm sure I did. I'm sure you're right.
Could be worse.
There you go. I don't, no, it couldn't really.
What?
How could it be much worse?
Well, the pumps come in lumps. Because if they do, you're in trouble.
Nought ever changes, does it, folks? Nought ever changes. He's always predictable. He's always appear. Every time he comes up here. But never mind. It's better that than bridesmaids, eh?
Yes, naked bridesmaids.
Naked
No father should say that.
Trouble in the background. You're quite right, Steve Mac. That's exactly the way I see it as well.
Hi, Steve! Hello!
Don't upset Steve. He's very good to me, is Steve. Some lovely tips I get off Steve.
Some lovely what?
Tips!
Don't fall off your stool.
Oh no. Oh dear, my glasses are fogging up. Not to worry. Now, this is going to be a serious show. I am not going to let Mr Dorn have chaos. I'm going to try not to anyway.
It will be serious. At the end of the show, everybody will go away and say, that was serious, that was.
It probably will be, but we're going to do our best. Now, what have we got for you tonight? Well, there's a few things coming up. First of all, I got some bits and pieces I want to show you. So I've done a little video, and you know the problems I've had with videos. So I want everybody to be positive, right? Because I want these videos to work.
I'm positive.
Oh, I am negative.
I'm positive they would at work. No, they'll be fine. We've sorted it. We've sorted it.
Right. I'm confused, Daz. Question for Kat. Will you let Dave colour the boat in live?
That.
Oh, the boat, the lighthouse.
Oh no.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I've been playing with that idea myself.
Because that lipstick, I'd have a go at her.
Oh, God, not best skin there.
Oh dear.
No, and I'm not going to ask him, Vapor Man, if he's got that.
Got
I'm
what?
not. He's
What?
asking if you've got your Fog King tank with you.
No, Fog King forgot it. I brought a lolly stick instead.
T.H. Jahar says, I heard he was an artist, didn't know it involved paint. I know what you mean.
He's saying I'm a... Hey, that's rude!
Is Dave on the...
What?
What? Akil Mal. Fucking hell. Oh, I tell you,
That's not even Cocodemois, that.
no, that's not.
That's three, we can't read it.
Exactly.
And I put my spectaculars on.
I can't see him, but I mean, they've all fogged up. And it had nothing to do with the tank. Fucking hell. Yes, very funny. Very good.
Using
Very good.
yourself now.
I'm amusing myself now, yes. I'm sure he will pull up a chair, chuck him a cheese sandwich and make shut him up at mate. We need more than a cheese sandwich, I'm telling you. Much more. Right, I'm going to try showing you a video. And let's see if it works, eh? Keep your fingers crossed, will you? Let's try. 1, 2. Everybody ready? Positive thoughts? I nearly swore there.
Sort of that.
Over to the video. Now, why am I recording? A bottle of juice for that matter, because it ain't just a bottle. This is the Spiky, which I saw mentioned on the UKV forum, and I had a look, and this can be very handy for topping up. Very handy indeed. Get a cartomizer. That you've probably used the condom method to fill, but just get the cartomizer. I'll get my tongue around that one day, and take out the tip, and with this fine tipped bottle you can direct juice down the sides just as effectively as you could with a syringe. It slots down there nice and easy and doesn't overdo it. You don't get a load of juice in one go. So it's ideal for topping up those cartos. But the Spiky wasn't the only thing I got. And at the moment, here's the invoice. Spiky refiller, buy 2 get 1 free, and it only came to £3.80 for the 2, so they're a good buy. But I thought, let's try them for some mixing stuff. You can see that this came very well packed. I haven't opened it yet. I just wanted you to see it unopened, but thought I'd better film it because I'm going to need this stuff. So here we've got some PG and labelling, propylene glycol, Farmer, Cooper, whatever grade, and expiry date on there. I mean, that is one hell of a sized bottle. I'm going to open this one. PG, VG, vegetable glycerol. And again, nicely labelled with an expiry date. Pharmacopoeia grade. So there you go. Now, the bottles are for the PG, which is this one, is 200ml, and that is £5.99. And then you've got the VG, again £5.99. So those 2 bottles with the Spiky Watsits, the little Spiky refillers, came to a total of £18.28, with £2.50 of that was P&P. So the prices include VAT. And here we have the very website sig-eliquid.co.uk. Plenty of variety there. He has PG based e-liquid base juice and VG, sorry, and also PEG, I believe. So there's quite a good selection there and some good prices. So get yourself over and have a quick look at that. In the meantime, I will try some of the nicotine and I'll let you know what that's like. Very good. So there you go. That is sig-eliquid.co.uk. Back to the studio before I kill the cat. And we're back. And it worked. The video worked. Round of applause, please, chat room. Okay, enough Mr Dorn, And now you're excited. Calm down. I don't know. Yeah, that spiky thing, I'm absolutely in love with it. It's so damned handy.
Oh, the spiky thing is brilliant.
Well, it's long and thin, it goes right in, it's sure to please the ladies. But short and thick still does the trick.
Christ's sake. I mean, you can just top these off brilliantly. We must change some of these vaping expressions. They can be misconstrued. Oh, look, I'm trying to put my drip tip on there. What an idiot. But there you go. Yeah, Boots do have cheap glycerol, and yes, I've used that many a time. The difference is this one's vegetable. And I know some people actually prefer vegetable glycerin.
As a member of the Cabbage Liberation Front, I think it's all wrong.
And that one, it isn't massively thick, but I mean, if you're like me, if you're massively thick like me, you never remember to pick it up if you're in Boots. So, you know.
Just if you're in stilettos.
Oh, for Pete's sake. I give in. I give in. I really give in.
Oh, sure.
Oh, dear. It's going to be a long week. But there you go. It's going to be a long week. So, the good news was that worked. And it is going to be a long week because we're off to Barnsley tomorrow.
Barnsley.
To Barnsley.
All the way down road up to A1M. Right?
Aye.
Cross towards M62. Then down to A1 again. And turn off left, I believe it is.
At the traffic lights.
Before that gets to Rotherham. You get to Rotherham, that's gone too far. Apparently.
But yes, we will be trying to bring you VT Talk live. Which is a first for us. So we're not going to pretend it's going to be easy, because it's not. It's not. But Mr Dorn's got all the gear sorted out, and it's going to be fun, because when he starts handing this numpty microphones and stuff, they'll be upside down all over the place. But never mind. I'm looking forward to it.
What time?
Well, doors are open, I believe, from 7.
What
although
time are we going out?
the Youngers Rest is open from 4. Well, it depends what time we get everything set up, isn't it, Mr Dorn? And
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock we're hoping to put the show out, because we've got to get home again. You know, and we want to get home before Mr Dorn has got to do the haze hour. So there you go.
And I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Exactly.
Well, I do.
Yes. When you see the Range Rover with a 6-foot satellite dish, you've arrived, says Mighty Mouse. No, that's just us. You'll see us on the road like that all the way down in the Range Rover with a satellite dish on the top.
Are you bringing your satellite dish?
I'll bring mine. I'll get up on the roof after and I'll get it.
They've told us there's Wi-Fi.
Aye, we've heard it all.
It's an outside broadcast, not Sky.
Well, we'll have Sky just in case.
Get big tellies with it all on now.
So it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. But we did the same last week. Remember, we went off to Driffield last week. Now, you all saw the film on Mr Dorn show on the Hayes Hour, and you saw the TV snippets. But we've got some snippets to show you as well.
What?
Snippets!
Oh, sorry.
Some film that you haven't seen. So, the first one I'm going to show you is...
Porn.
Look, he's made her choke now. There was no dwarfs there.
That was what Del requested, wasn't it?
This is Savcam, where she filmed us filming them.
Yes. What do you want? All right, mate, I'll pop them. You're filming with cancer.
Absolutely.
Filming Mr Wicked and Davies as well. So Joe wants to see what's smoking greasy. She doesn't know much about that. This time, I think.
We should always come.
This is brilliant.
It doesn't work very well for free. What are you using? Yeah, he promotes it as
Things have changed an awful lot.
So, there you go. There's a little bit of filming behind the scenes. And personally, I hate looking at that, seeing myself on camera. My God, I'm bad enough, but on widescreen, I fill the full bloody screen. It's diet time. Again.
What colour?
Oh, the smart ass he is. I didn't just say that. Anyway, I'm going to even try and do a sting. Oh, God, what's he doing now?
He said my ass was smart, so I was having
Behave yourself, Mr Dorn, for God's sake.
Hey, that was a canny sting.
That was Canny Sting, wasn't it?
Canny Sting.
I didn't do Stings, but I do know.
Sting was now, eh?
Sting was. Lad, I don't know. But, anyway, I'm going to follow that up and I'm going to show you the bit film that I took. Only a few minutes, but you're going to have to suffer it anyway. Now.
You filming the cat?
Absolutely.
You filming Mr Wicked? I'm David as well. That time Dave got me on his TV station. Keeps promises, but he never has. Jason, use me with pillbox. Don't confuse me with pillbox.
No, you look
Okay.
nothing like him.
So there's 3 cameras on Mr Wicked now. Alex, where are you? This, that hand sniper, you put my hand sniper, I don't like it.
Would you two use it?
Thank you.
Where's yours gone?
In my Wicked video.
I've tried to find the video and I cannot find
I've
it.
got another one in my pocket. Carry it spare enough.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
There we are. You like my suit cap?
You're very smart, Mr. Wicked.
Thank you very much.
Very, very smart. Very
Put my
coordinated.
best suit on for the BBC.
Style.
Yes.
What a legend.
So there you go. It was a great day, I must admit. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think we all enjoyed it, didn't we?
And the moral of the story is, when the sunbed timer goes ping, get off it. It was a good day.
It was a good day, and it was nice to meet people that we hadn't met before and see old faces that
Aye.
we knew, such as Rusty's. It was great, actually. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was nice to meet Sid from
Yes.
UKV
Yes.
and some people that were fairly new to Vaping, but it were regulars in that pub, and it, you know, they were full of questions, and you know, it was really, really interesting stuff. So it was very enjoyable. I guess the rubber mask is just into latex. Well, whatever floats your boat. You know, I'm not a one to judge. No. If people want to wear rubber, that's up to them.
Oh, yes. What's that kitten doing?
Oh, it just likes to be in the limelight. So there we go. So that's the bit of film that you hadn't seen. It wasn't too long, but thought you would find it interesting as to what went on at Driffield, other than us. You know, and just in case anybody's wondering, I have got some other things for you tonight. I know time's sort of marching on. I did promise somebody I would show how to mix a batch of juice. So I put a little video together because I knew with Mr Dorn here it would be chaos.
I've been well behaved.
You have actually. But I didn't want to take any chances and poison myself by mixing the juice all wrong. Because anything can happen when Mr Dorn's here. And usually does. Usually does.
I feel maligned and unfairly.
You can take a pill for that, you know.
Can you?
You can have pill for maligned.
Really?
Take 2 with water, you'll be right as rain in no time at all.
Aye.
So there you go.
I had a pill as a male contraceptive.
You did you?
Aye.
Right.
That would be 1981, actually.
Right.
Aye. It was about the size of a horse pill. You put it in your shoe and it makes you limp.
unbelievable, isn't he? He's unbelievable. Right, I'm going to try now and run some trailers. Today, well, I'm not going to put them in any order. I'm just going to run them because the chances are they're not work.
Will, man.
Me look can't stay that far in.
Will, man.
Misaligned, says Where is it?
Where is it?
Malign, no. Misaligned, maybe.
My mum always told me I was special.
Yes. Oh, she's right. And so, to the trailers. Trailers!
Good evening, everybody.
Hey up, are you alright? We'll be right there. Put a silly hat on.
And good evening, one and all. Here we are with tonight's meeting talk.
I've quite a few questions coming in already.
Yes, going live in 3, 2, 1. Pardon me, please.
I bet you thought you were watching the X Factor there, did you? All them adverts running at once.
One after the other.
I just had to say they would work. And they weren't too long. So I'm sure you did enjoy them.
I did.
I did.
I did.
I just enjoyed the fact that they worked.
It was good.
I've had so much bother, but Mr Dorn's got it all fixed and working now, which is excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. It was like watching chorus. Better than that though.
Watching what?
Chorus.
What the hell is that?
Coronation Street.
Is that still running?
No, I never watch it. I never have day.
Last time I saw it, Minnie Caldwell was on it. And Nina Shartles. And Albert Tatlock.
God, don't start me reminiscing. You wouldn't like it if I started reminiscing. Anyway, time's marching on, so I'm now going to go across to Forum Watch.
Forum Watch!
It's Forum Watch time, boys and girls. So you all ready? Any second now, and I've got a video this time. I'm not just going to sit and moan on ears. I'm going to put it over to a video as of now. Ooh, you can't see that on a forum. Aye, let's have a look at that. Nah. I agree. Oh, isn't that nice? Ooh. Nah, no, that's a good idea. Such nice people out there. No, that's interesting. What a load of rubbish. That's not true. Let's have a look at that. Oh, they'll be hell to play when they read that one. Bloody hell. Interesting stuff. That's not on. What? It's Forum Watch. On UK Vapors, I spotted a very interesting post from a vendor named Innie James, who posted a link to an interview with Professor Pelosa, MD, PhD, Director of the Institute for Internal Medicine and Clinical Immunology of the University of Catania, Italy. Professor Pelosa is in charge of the University Centre for Tobacco Research at the University of Catania and Honorary Professor of Medicine at Southampton. Now, the interview here was conducted by Paul Bergen of tobaccoharmreduction.org, and it's on the Ashtray blog at ecigarettedirect.co.uk. So have a look and read it in full, because I haven't been able to cover the full thing here, but it's fascinating stuff. Basically, questions were asked of Professor Pelosa regarding an experiment carried out with 40 participants who were categorised as unwilling to quit smoking. Keep that bit in mind, unwilling. The experiment lasted about 24 weeks. Well, it did last 24 weeks. And it involved supplying the smokers with electronic cigarettes and cartridges filled with 7.4 milligram strength nicotine. So that is pretty low. Each volunteer was then invited to attend follow-up visits on a 4-weekly basis where levels of exhaled carbon monoxide were checked and diary studies collected. It's interesting to note that 9 out of the 40 were still not smoking at the end of week 24. Now that's interesting because these were people who were unwilling to quit smoking. Interesting study, and definitely of interest to any vapor out there. So go along, read it in full. I'm sure you'll find it as interesting as I did. A post on ECF UK forum also caught my eye, entitled Minging. Well, naturally I thought they were talking about me, so I had to read it. The poster had gone out for a pint or two and felt the urge for a ciggy. He goes on to describe the awful taste and wondered why he ever managed to smoke in the first place. Now we can all associate with that, but my question is, why didn't she vape? An opportunity to introduce the landlord to CamVip and the joys of vaping in pubs? I couldn't resist posting a request. She does need to do that next time. My last forum watch for tonight is from the All About forum, where there are several posts referring to the recent BBC and ITV coverage of the Driffield Totally Wicked event, where VTTV presenters appeared on camera vaping on various mods. Some of the comments have been positive, but one or two have been less than complimentary. One such thread, which originally began as a request for a forum for 3.7 volt vapors, even includes posts by our own Mr Dorn. So let's discuss it live. Over to you.
You're live now.
I'm live now.
You won it then.
I wasn't then.
Sat there and said, so did I.
I was that busy looking at me daft self on the telly.
I know. So was I now. Is it on now?
Hey, I don't know. It was a strange effect. I was enjoying myself, as you can tell. So that's Forum Watch for this week. If you guys find anything interesting, please let me know. chris.hesseltine@vaportrails.tv.
Yeah, I say, that's a very, very posh email address.
The very posh email.
It's chris.hesseltine.
The Saf's changed, doesn't it?
Yes, I thought I would take my hair to being white and look a little more like Dave. He's my hero, you know.
Oh, God. So, we were going to chat a little bit about that post, Mr Dorn.
Oh, the lucky ladies.
Yes. That somebody fairly new to vaping who, excuse me, was
Coffee.
quite... I will do.
Oh, you know.
It was probably money. Couldn't see why people were attracted to these things when... Is that cat snoring? That is a cat snoring. Joys of live TV. Couldn't see why people would want anything other than an RM. What is it?
4081, an RN48, or a little super mini.
Yeah.
Right.
Couldn't understand it.
Well, it's a funny one, isn't it? Because when I first started, the first one I got came from Music, and it was indeed an RN4081 on a tidgy-widgy little 120 milliamp hour battery, it said, which was closer to 60. And you said the other day, if we'd been using them, we'd have needed 4 batteries each just to get down to Driffield.
No.
And they're not exactly the world's... If you just go out to me car, there's a 410 shotgun in there. Bloody hell. Oh. Yes, we're trying to be serious.
You
can't interrupt.
You try and have a serious discussion and look what happens. The cat snores.
Question for the chat room while the cat has a little snore. How many of you, if you did, just type in yes. If you did, how many of you started on a Super Mini? An RN4081? How many? Anybody? Nobody? That's a nope from Mighty Mouse. Yes, 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 yes. No, no. Yes, yes. No, DSE. No, DSE. 901 here, don't know. No, yes. 4075 for bad seed. Yeah. So there's a lot of us started there. A lot of us started with Super Minis and Minis and 510s in many cases.
I wasn't that lucky.
Well,
that was my next stage.
In my case, I mean, that's all there was. There was the 901 and there was the Super Mini, the 4081.
Yeah.
And they were fine as a proof of concept. But within 3 days of me getting my first e-cig, I put an order in for 10 batteries. It cost us 85 quid for 10, and that was wholesale, for 10 batteries. And those 10 batteries didn't get me through a day. I know I smoked 60 a day. But they didn't. Now, the other thing as well, as I said in that thread, I've been in over 200 venues working since I took up e-cigs.
Aye.
And I've only been asked twice not to use the device I had in my hand. One time's on film and it's on the front page of Vapor Trails.
Yes.
And the other time was a lucky lady as well. It's the only times I've been asked to stop. And finally, Cyril, I'm supposed to say and finally Esther. Never mind, Cyril, Esther, never mind.
Yeah, I remember that, even that's a bit far back.
It is a bit. When I ran the studio, there was a band came in that had an e-cig user that I didn't know was an e-cig user. And they're up on stage. All I saw was something fag-sized with a red end, smoke coming out. And I had to run through and find out what he was using. Because if it had been a fag,
it's an instant.
£2,500 fine straight off. And then an awful lot of looking over the shoulder and people turning up when you don't want them to.
Yeah.
So I understand that fella in Hull, if you're looking at something that looks like a fag and you want to use it in a pub, they're probably going to say no. Great as a proof of concept, but the sharper you get onto something that doesn't look like a fag, the better. It doesn't mean that you've got to go for a lady pleaser.
No.
Or for a remote control for a 747. Or Doctor Who's sonic screwdriver. But something that doesn't look like a fag. A box mod, maybe. Not a pipe.
Yeah, I mean, going back to Driffield there, and that pub, they were stocked with tornadoes, weren't they? And they don't look like a cigarette.
They had a Mega 510 available, but it was black with a blue LED. And about that long.
Yeah. So nothing in there looked like a cigarette looking likey.
No, you couldn't mistake anything for a cigarette.
Yeah. And
Not at all.
that's the lesson. That's the big thing about all this. And there's another thing as well, apart from not wanting to look like a cigarette and wanting the battery to last.
They work better.
They work better, and we've got away from these stupid little carts. You know, that held 20 drops maximum. I think that was a 510 that had 20 drops. You got 10 in the 901.
You must have had tiddly little, widdly little drops then. I couldn't get more than 12 in a 510 cartridge.
Drops was an 801.
801,
801.
probably, because I was using an 801.
Well, that just looked like my grandmother's poker.
I did, but it was very elegant, especially when I had the kiss box.
It was only elegant if you were a lady. You looked stupid if you were a bloke, like you were sucking on the end of your pen.
I felt like the bee's knees going over that kiss box.
Well, you would.
I did.
How sparkly for thy mother.
Aye.
The hat and everything, you know. I had to have the full gear when I had the kiss box.
There's a shock. Yeah, I'm so surprised. Look at the look of surprise on my face.
But it's true. I can't be bothered with, you know, all that anymore. And for me, you know, I like having these cartomizers. I was so anti them at the beginning. But these ones that I got, these bottom coil ones, are absolutely fabulous.
Rusty's saying they are still important to get the smokers to try them. They are, Rusty. They are.
But that's proof of concept. That's
it's
what
proof
we're saying.
of concept. That's what we're saying. But there's no pub landlord in his right mind is going to be happy about people using lucky likeys. It just needs one inebriated punter, I won't use the other phrase, to come in and say 8 or 10 lads talking away perfectly legally on lucky likeys, whether the 510s, 401s with a brown tip and a white battery and a red end on, and it'll be, hey, lads, alright, can you pub this and that? Gives me tabs out, I'm going to spark one up. Yeah. And that's exactly what will happen. I've seen it happen in Blackpool. At a pub I played in Blackpool. And I was using lucky likeys with green ends on. And the fella that sparked up was colourblind. And he sparked the tab up and he had to be escorted out by the colour.
And there was somebody, I can't remember where I read this, but it was in one of the forums, it might have even been UKV, where someone was in a nightclub and was captured on CCTV with an e-cig and was given an instant fine. That lass at the bus stop was on the All About forum. That's right, that's another one. Instant fine. Yeah. And she was smoking a lucky lady. But what do you do? So that's what we're saying. We understand that to get somebody to smoke, they need something that looks and resembles and feels like a cigarette. We understand that. But it's not ideal. You know, if it was black, red, pink, green, whatever, it would be a hell of a lot better than white, and certainly not white with a cork tip. No. You know, that's where the problems come in there. But anyway, I just wanted to discuss our side of it. Plus, can I just say, yeah, we were filmed with Darwin's and Gigi's. And Dave was filmed doing smoke rings, God knows how many. But we were asked to do that. The BBC and ITV specifically asked us to do that.
Because I never blow smoke rings normally.
So it was all, you know, there was nothing we could do about it. We were requested to. I mean, if you'd seen how much footage they took, it was a lot more than what you saw on TV, you know. And we were using tornadoes, you know, because it was a totally wicked event, and we were using tornadoes. But they weren't interested in that, and they were especially interested in Sav because she had the gooseneck. So please don't blame us for that. It wasn't anything to do with us. It's what we were requested to do by the media. Okay? You can say it was excuses, big dude. But it's true. So there you go. Time's marching on. I still have to show you. Oh, I'm going to show you something. If I can find it. Yeah. Just look at this. See what I mean? Now, how many of you watched that